Have you ever heard the saying, one person can't make a difference? Well, what if I told you that was a lie? What if I told you that history has proven again and again, one voice, one decision, one act of courage can shake the roots of an empire and inspire millions for generations to come? This is not fiction, this is a true story of how one person changed the course of an entire country. And no, it wasn't a king, a billionaire, or a tech genius. It was a person just like you. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll walk away with one powerful belief: you can change the world too. Let's set the stage. The country we're talking about was in chaos. It was torn apart by inequality. The economy was broken. The people had lost hope. Imagine waking up every day in fear, not knowing if your next meal would come, if your rights would be taken, or if you'd be arrested just for speaking your mind. The government was corrupt. The media was censored, and the streets were filled with unrest. Now, most people stayed silent. They bowed their heads. They told themselves, this is just how life is. But not everyone. One person said, enough. Who was this person? They were not rich, not famous, not politically connected. In fact, they were ordinary. A school teacher, or maybe a young woman with a smartphone and a message, or maybe an old man who just refused to move. Different stories, different names, but all shared one thing in common: the courage to stand up when it mattered most. Let's focus on one such person, Rosa Parks, December 1st, 1955, Montgomery, Alabama. One woman, one bus seat, one refusal. When Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man, she wasn't just tired from a day's work. She was tired of centuries of oppression, and in that moment of silent resistance, she lit a fire that would burn across America. That act sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, led by a then little-known pastor named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. One act, one person, one change. The ripple effect. The boycott lasted 381 days. 381 days of walking to work, of risking jobs, of facing arrest. But people followed. They stood together. And eventually, they won. The Supreme Court ruled segregation on buses unconstitutional. Now think about this. That didn't just change Montgomery, it changed America. It changed the world. All because one person said, no more. That's the power of one. But Rosa's story isn't the only one. Other heroes of one. Let's talk about Lech Wałęsa, a shipyard worker in Poland. In the 1980s, his simple protest and formation of the Solidarity movement led to the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe. Or Malala Yousafzai, a young girl in Pakistan who spoke up for girls' education, shot in the head by the Taliban. But she survived and changed global education forever. Then there's Mohandas Gandhi, a skinny lawyer who led an entire non-violent revolution. He stood against the might of the British Empire and won India's independence. Each of them started alone, changed millions. Facing the storm, let's not romanticize it. It was never easy. Every one of these heroes faced death threats, prison, torture, isolation, betrayal. Why didn't they quit? Because something inside them was stronger than fear, a belief, a vision, a purpose greater than comfort. You see, change doesn't begin with the mob. It begins in the silence of your own conscience. And if you hold your ground long enough, the world eventually hears you. Lessons for you. So what does this mean for you? You're not a historical figure. You don't have a platform. You're not leading a movement, right? Wrong. You lead every single day by how you treat others, by what you speak up for, by what you create, support, and stand against. Your workplace, your community, your children, your online voice. You are making ripples already. So the question is not, can I change a country, but what am I changing it into? Be the one who speaks when others whisper, acts when others hesitate, believes when others doubt the power of one. Let me leave you with this. One match can burn a forest, one song can inspire a revolution, one vote can decide an election, one story can unite a nation, and one person, you, can change an entire country. History is not written by crowds. It's written by individuals with unstoppable courage. So go out there, be bold, be loud, be kind, be relentless, because the world is waiting for the next one.